Hello and welcome to Hempblog.info. We're proud to have you today on this April 29th, 2010. Now stay tuned for another edition of our world news. And for a special report on the new plant, Salvia. Alright, today's report will be reporting on the new plant that seems to be in the menace of everything here, and people were worried about because of a big scare on the news in, I don't know, one of the states. Wasn't even important, some backwater town. Somebody got scared about it. It's like, oh no, it's bad just because the media said so. Well, guess what? I went and did a little research, like I did with everything. The Salvia divinorum user guide, I hope I pronounced that right, gives you a very explicit information on the plant. The plant's been around for thousands of years, folks. It's nothing new. It's just like hemp. It's just another use. Yes, it does have psychotropic effects on the mind, and it is for exploration of psychotropic areas and explanation in religious cultures, and it has been for years. It is not something that the average person wants to try for recreation. It is for enlightenment into your spirit, and it is not something for the average Joe. So my advice actually would be, don't, if you intend to ingest this plant, do it responsibly, just like everything else. And also make sure that you pay attention to the directions that are on the web post of sagewisdom.org, and they have plenty of information there, and it's constantly updated. So always pay attention to what they tell you, and make sure that you stay up to date with them and stay in contact with that website to learn any more new issues or information that is available in the future. There is salviasupply.com. There's a place where you can actually purchase this. There is no current law in effect. There probably will be if there's some sort of scare, if there's public demand against this plan, or if it poses to be a problem because of irresponsible users. Well, we could see some flack in that. However, this is a plant you want to use responsibly. It's not for recreation. It is for spiritual enlightenment, and it needs to be used seriously and responsibly. Also, today on Hempblog.info and pottv.info, I'd like to thank all the YouTube users that have drawn out so many wonderful, excellent videos that are out there defending hemp. I mean, the latest one that I've actually seen that I totally 100% agree with, the wording and the views are absolutely correct. And that would be the Great Cannabis Conspiracy. If you have a chance to look that one up, I recommend that video. They have parts 1, 2. I'm not sure how many parts they have, but I looked up just the Great Cannabis Conspiracy, and it had enough information to just totally fulfill all the information that I needed. I already had it from other sources of YouTube users. Thank you very much. And yeah, that's a tongue twister. But we also want to go over how many opportunities we have here for the uses of hemp. Ever since George Slickton invented the quarter counting machine back in, what was it, 1937, 36, 37, right before hemp was decriminalized, they found a better way to make trees, make hemp paper instead of tree paper, and getting back nearly the 100% or 98% of the yield. That's just one of the many things that we shortly want to touch on, is the absolute immediate halt of cellulose tree paper, and immediately conform to back the standard that we used to have of hemp paper. It was stronger paper, it was better paper, it lasted longer, it wasn't as brittle. Why don't we just go back to a better way? You know, back to medicine. The AMA, the American Medical Association, approved the use of hemp medicines for about 100 years at least. And they did not realize at the time that the law was being passed about the big marijuana madness scare, that it was actually the same plant as hemp. So, to no real fault of their own, in defense of the AMA, they had medicine that was actually taken away from them by the self-interest groups of the crude oil industry and DuPont and William, Randolph Hearst, and the Hearst Paper Company, which were heavily vested in the cellulose tree market and oil market. So, everybody missed out on medicine because of self-interest of these rich tycoons that took over. Kimberly-Clark, all the junk mail, all the products that you buy that are self-ready made, convenience. Everything that is convenient to us is made by our enemy Kimberly-Clark, DuPont, and the Hearst Paper Company. Therefore, we must start growing our own gardens, folks. We need to start raising our own animals. We need to go back to the way it was. Kind of take us back to the little days when, what was that little show? Little House on the Prairie. Yeah, something like that. Simpler time. We need to also address clothing, fabrics. Fabrics have been around for a long time, many different types. Of all the ones that have lasted throughout time, is actually hemp clothing is the most durable, even after being buried. Other materials tend to rot. Hemp clothing and fabric does not, rot and tear that easily. It's very strong, durable fiber. We need to stop listening to the lies and the propaganda that's been put before us. We need to actually go back to a time that it was simpler, to where we could actually, live without all these diseases and, problems with people being overweight, because of the ready-made foods. Their foods are not healthy for us. They're made to make us sick as part of our population control. It's all about numbers, folks, and the rich people get money off of their gambling in our lives. So I, for one, am getting tired of being a statistic, at least a quiet one. I urge everybody to actually go and become an actual voice, and the voice and resistance against the products that have put us in this position in the decomposition of our planet and our economy and our state of being. So until the next time, this is Jeff Thomas signing off for Hempblog.info. Thank you.